Here, what's up, basketball fans? It's your boy Noname. Welcome back to the Hub. Welcome back to Unpopular Opinions. We're back at it again with another playoff preview. Today, I'll be going over the Eastern Conference Finals preview. If you haven't already, I'd quickly like to say, go check out my Western Conference Finals preview. It was a video I dropped earlier today. You guys are probably going to be seeing this, funnily enough, maybe around 7 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock in the night. But a heads up for all y'all that may be wondering why the Western Conference Finals preview was dropped today. I did record it yesterday, I just did not have time to upload it yesterday. So I mean, go in there and you know that I did not watch anything beforehand, and like it's not like I watched the game then recorded it and uploaded it today. No, I did it beforehand with all my thoughts in there before the game. So with that being said, let's get into the Eastern Conference Finals preview. We got the Toronto Raptors versus the Milwaukee Bucks. We have quite the matchup here, the number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed in the East, and I think this is going to be a lot more interesting than what we have going on in the West. My pick, straight right off the bat, before I explain it, my pick is the Milwaukee Bucks. I picked Milwaukee because of two main reasons. That is because the Bucks, in my opinion, have a better roster, just a better, more well-rounded team than the Raptors do. And my second reason is because I think Giannis is on a roll. He's on his MVP season roll. I really think after Harden really just stunk up the joint in Game 6 and Game 5 against the Warriors the last round, I think that Giannis sort of took the lead in the MVP race, so to say. I think it's kind of poetic and very story-like, which is what the NBA likes, for him to be going on this roll and maybe even make it to the finals. That is not to say that I think he's the best player on the court. Nope. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with me when they say that Kawhi Leonard is the best player on the court right now in between these two teams. I mean, Leonard is coming back, obviously, from his big injury that knocked him out for a year and a half. Really almost 2 years and knocked him out for. He's coming back and he's on a mission, just like the Raptors are on a mission. This is going to be an interesting series. We got the Bucks, who basically have more of a process than the 76ers do when you think about it. They've been going through the process of building a team through the draft and a little bit through free agency. But most of the people on their team are like homegrown Bucks guys. The two that come to mind, of course, Giannis and Chris Middleton. They've been in that process of making the team better and better for about 3-4 years now, and it looks like they're making that jump. They're stepping up towards the finals. You got Giannis, who's on his MVP season. Like I said, he's averaging 27.4 points, 1.6 blocks, 1.2 steals, 4.4 assists, and 11.3 rebounds. Absolutely amazing stats from Giannis this year. I think he could get better, but considering what he's doing, and this is his playoff stats, guys. This is not the regular season stats. If you want the regular season stats, let me pull that up for you. That's what he's doing at the playoffs, which is already amazing in itself. But for the regular season, he's averaging 27.7 points, 1.5 blocks, 1.3 steals, 5.9 assists, 12.5 rebounds. Extremely similar stats from Giannis we're seeing out here, which is, I think, is a great job remaining consistent in both regular season and the postseason. So the Bucks, they're just a team that's been building themselves for a while, and I think this is their year. In my playoff predictions, as you guys know, that went completely left and were all wrong. I did have the Bucks going to the finals because I think they're the best team in the East. Not just because of Giannis, but their team is so well-rounded. Out of the 30 teams in the NBA, offensively, the Bucks rank top 5 in offense. According to basketballreference.com, they are in fact ranked number 4 out of 30 in offense, and defensively, a big surprise to me. I knew they were ranked top 5 in defense, but they are the number 1 defensive team in the NBA over the regular season. So they just have the makings of a championship team. They have a team that's top 5 in both defense and offense, a superstar that's on his way to his MVP season, great role players, and an extremely deep bench. Let's not forget the Raptors, though. The Raptors, they have a similar makeup, but past their starting lineup, their bench is not what it used to be. Last year, everybody raved about the fact that the Raptors had the deepest bench in the playoffs. This year, it's not really much changes there, but the bench hasn't been showing up. You take Kawhi Leonard off that team, and I don't think this team makes it past the first round if they even make it to the playoffs. The sole reason they are in the conference finals, the sole reason they are where they are is because Kawhi Leonard has been playing out of his mind in the playoffs. Let me give you his playoff stats. Kawhi has been averaging 31.8 points, 0.3 blocks, 1.3 steals, 3.6 assists, and 8.5 rebounds in the playoffs. He's, in my opinion, by far the best superstar in the playoffs right now. Of course, with KD being out, Boogie Cousins being out, and judging from the teams remaining. Like I said, he's been on a mission. He came back. When he left the game because of his injury, he took some time off. He was widely considered the second best player in the world, and even the best by some player. He was definitely considered the best two-way player in the NBA. And he went out for that year and a half. He came back, and a lot of people forgot about him. A lot of people forgot about the claw. They forgot that Kawhi was that dude. They forgot that he was up next. He comes back, and this year in the regular season, but more so in the postseason, he's proving to everybody, I'm still that guy. I'm still top 5 player in the NBA. You know, in his mind, he thinks he's the best player in the NBA. That's what he's trying to prove to us, and he's certainly doing a great job of it. Unfortunately, the team that he's on, the Toronto Raptors, are not what they used to be. You take Kawhi Leonard off that team, and I'm really telling you guys, they don't make it as far as they have. You could see it, watch their games. They don't have a number 2. They don't have what the Bucks have, which is a great bench, not a good bench, a great bench, and good role players. Has anybody seen Kyle Lowry in the playoffs? Not even just this year, but consistently this guy does not show up in the playoffs at all. This year it shows a lot more because Leonard is doing all the scoring work, he's doing all the assists, all that. But you look at the Raptors as a whole, they still hold up well. Surprisingly, they are 5th out of the 30th ranking, out of 30 teams ranking in offense, and then 5th out of the 30 teams ranking defense. So it's good that they're top 5 in both categories, but that hasn't been showing in the playoffs. What has been showing is Kawhi Leonard putting on the backpack and carrying this team throughout every series. Like, I'm surprised dude hasn't had back surgery yet from all the pain he's probably experiencing. But in all seriousness, the Raptors just are not built like what they used to be built like just last year, a couple of years ago. I mean, as far as the support goes, you could really look at the number 2 guys, and you see Lowry is putting up 12 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and then the number 2 guy for the Bucks, Chris Middleton is putting up 19, 5, and 6. Similar in terms of rebounds and assists, but the difference in points is amazing, and that plays a role in today's league, which is where it is a much more of a scoring league than anything else. Of course, another thing that really plays a big role in the playoffs is who has home court advantage. The Bucks have the home court advantage here as they are the better seed, and I think that will definitely play a role. I think given the way they've performed at home this year, they've only lost 8 games at home. I think the crowd and just the ambience and everything about that home court is going to give them a good advantage. I think this series is going to go 7 games. So I guess my prediction for tonight, that just came into my head. My prediction for tonight would be the Bucks win, but it's not going to be as though it's going to be like a dominating game by Giannis. I think this is going to be a team win more than anything. You're going to see a lot of contributions and a lot of guys scoring in those double digits. I definitely think Giannis is going to have not a small game, but I think he's going to score around 25 to 27 points. Chris Middleton probably coming with 20 or something like that. I think it's going to be a big team effort. And then I do think the Raptors take game 2 and it goes like that from there. I'll judge the other games as the series progress. But the reason I mentioned the fact that I think that the Bucks win would be a team win is because when I think the Raptors win any games in this series, it's going to be like a Kawhi Leonard superstar, star-studded performance as he did in the game against in the series against the 76ers. Most of the games that they won there was given by a great performance of Kawhi. So that's really going to play a role. The guy has to get tired at some point. I use the metaphor of carrying the team and his back is going to hurt. He's actually might experience some pain if he's going to be the only one doing all the work. That's what I got for you guys for the Eastern Conference Finals previews. Let me know what you all think. Let me know who you got. Raptors, Bucks. Let me know your playoff predictions. Anything you want, put it down in the comment section. I'll try to reply. That's all for today. Double upload, y'all. Double upload. This is the first time I'm doing one. But that's it.